Big Meech blasts Rick Ross over 50 Cent loyalty. Big Meech didn't hold back when he learned Rick Ross had sided with 50 Cent. Known for his loyalty and code of respect, Meech felt completely blindsided. Ross, who had once shown admiration for the Black Mafia family story, seemed to flip the script by aligning himself with someone Meech has a complicated past with, 50 Cent. Sources close to Meech say he sees it as a betrayal. In a recent phone conversation from prison, Meech reportedly told his inner circle, "You don't salute your brother's enemy and still call yourself real." His words quickly made the rounds online. This isn't just rap beef, it's personal. 50 Cent famously produced BMF, a series about Meech's life, but many say the depiction was exaggerated and didn't respect the full truth. Now that Rick Ross is publicly supporting 50, Meech feels it's a slap in the face. Fans are now divided. Some say it's just business. Others believe Ross crossed a major line in street loyalty. One thing is clear. Big Meech isn't staying quiet. He's sending a loud message that loyalty isn't optional, it's everything. And if Ross thought he could support both sides, Meech just proved otherwise. 2. The real reason Big Meech is furious with Rick Ross. Big Meech's anger toward Rick Ross isn't just about association, it runs deeper. The real reason Meech is furious lies in the history and respect built over years. Rick Ross had always shown love to the BMF legacy, even naming himself after a drug kingpin and shouting out Meech in multiple songs. But when Ross recently praised 50 Cent and his BMF series, Meech saw it as a betrayal. Not because of clout, but because of the way 50 portrayed his story, something Meech has spoken out against. He feels 50 twisted facts, glorified the wrong moments, and used the BMF name for his own gain. Now Ross, someone Meech thought respected the truth, is siding with the same man who allegedly exploited his story. That's the real wound. It's not about music politics, it's about principle. Sources say Meech feels Ross should have stood on morals, not momentum. And by praising 50, Ross showed where he truly stands. For Meech, this was never about fame. It was always about respect. That's why the betrayal cuts so deep. And that's why Meech isn't letting it slide quietly. Big Meech sends warning after Ross teams up with 50. When news broke that Rick Ross and 50 Cent may be collaborating, Big Meech wasted no time sending a clear and direct warning. From behind prison walls, Meech made it known. Real ones don't switch sides. To him, this isn't just business, it's a matter of honor and street credibility. Meech has long felt that 50 Cent's BMF series distorted the truth, capitalizing on his story without proper respect. So when Rick Ross, someone who previously honored the BMF legacy, chose to support or collaborate with 50, Meech saw red. Insiders say Meech called the move disrespectful and opportunistic. Through mutual contacts, he made it clear that he felt betrayed and that real loyalty shouldn't be for sale. Though Meech can't speak freely due to his incarceration, his tone through messages has been sharp and serious. Fans across social media have noticed the tension building. Comments like, "Ross switched sides," and "Meech got every right to be mad," are flooding timelines. This warning wasn't about threats, it was about principles. Big Meech stands for something. And when someone he once respected chose fame over family, he had no choice but to call it out, loud and clear. 4. Rick Ross caught in the crossfire between Meech and 50. Rick Ross may not have realized the storm he was stepping into when he aligned himself with 50 Cent. Now he's caught in the middle of a cold war between two powerful figures, Big Meech and the man who turned his life into a series. The tension is thick, and Ross finds himself in a tricky position. For years, Ross celebrated Meech and the BMF movement, wearing Free Meech shirts and mentioning him in songs. But his recent support of 50 Cent's BMF show and business moves with 50 have raised eyebrows and tempers. Meech reportedly feels betrayed not because of jealousy, but because of broken trust. In his view, Rick Ross is playing both sides. And in the streets, that's not just disrespectful, it's dangerous. Now fans are wondering if Ross will respond or distance himself from the drama. So far, he's stayed quiet. But in this game, silence can speak volumes. As this triangle continues to heat up, one thing is certain. Rick Ross walked into a conflict that has nothing to do with music and everything to do with loyalty. And Big Meech isn't letting it slide. 5. Big Meech feels betrayed by Rick Ross's public move. To the public, it might have looked like just another shout-out. But to Big Meech, Rick Ross's recent support for 50 Cent felt like a knife in the back. For years, Ross showed love to Meech and the BMF legacy, representing the culture, the struggle, and the respect it carried. But now, that loyalty seems broken. Meech reportedly saw Ross's comments and was stunned. He knows the truth, he knows the pain, and he still chose the other side, he said to a close friend. It wasn't about jealousy or clout, it was about principles. Ross aligning with 50 Cent, especially after the tension between 50 and Meech, crossed a line. 50's portrayal of Meech in the BMF series has been controversial, with many saying it twisted reality. For Ross to stand behind that version, while once claiming to support the real Meech, felt like betrayal. This isn't just rap drama, it's personal. Meech gave Ross his respect when few others did, and now that it feels one-sided, the pain is real. 6. Drama explodes as Rick Ross chooses 50 over Meech. The internet lit up as fans noticed Rick Ross aligning more and more with 50 Cent, and Big Meech was not having it. What started as subtle support turned into a full-blown drama, with Meech expressing disappointment in what he sees as Ross choosing sides. Ross and 50's recent interactions, including rumored collaborations, triggered backlash from BMF supporters. Many felt it was a disrespectful move, considering 50's ongoing issues with the real Meech and the controversial BMF series. The show, while successful, has long been criticized for dramatizing and misrepresenting the truth. Big Meech reportedly sent a message saying, "I watched you salute me for years, now you salute the one who misused my name." The words hit hard. 7. Big Meech finally breaks silence on Ross and 50 alliance. After weeks of speculation, Big Meech finally broke his silence on the growing alliance between Rick Ross and 50 Cent. Tension is boiling over as Big Meech finally explodes over Rick Ross, siding with 50 Cent. Once praised by Ross and respected in the streets, Meech now feels betrayed by a man he thought was loyal. With 50 Cent's BMF series stirring controversy, Meech has stayed mostly silent, until now. From behind bars, he's sending a loud message about loyalty, respect, and the truth behind the scenes. In this video, we break down exactly why Meech is going off, what Ross did to ignite the fire, and how this drama is shaking up the entire hip-hop world. Big Meech has made one thing clear: loyalty is everything. Rick Ross's decision to back 50 Cent didn't just spark tension, it drew a line in the sand. As Meech continues to protect his legacy from prison, his words have reminded fans that respect isn't just earned, it's kept. Whether Ross responds or stays silent, the damage has been done. This isn't just music beef, it's a personal fallout with deep roots. Thank you for watching. If this story had you hooked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more untold truths and real street legends.